why hiring more insurance agents or salespeople in general is actually killing your business. And it's actually very, very simple. And I think a lot of people, they get it wrong. First and foremost, most insurance people, they think success is recruit more. I'll just bring in more people, hype more, work more hours. But ultimately, when you break down a system in a business, when it requires a significant amount of pressure, a significant amount of motivation, like a high pressure sales tactic or a high pressure sales system or model, it's reflection that the product really isn't that good or the system is broken in and of itself. And so what ends up happening is this ends up bleeding into profits. It ends up bleeding into people's lives. Quality of life is something people aren't really taking into consideration. And I think as a man, I can understand and relate to, you don't need to be just excessively comfortable, but you do need to use your brain. How you're able to do that is by identifying and simplifying in life what is the best thing for you to do and how do you maximize the most out of your time and your energy that you're allocating to whatever it is you're doing. Because you're only going to get these years, this time once. As soon as you spend that time, you can't bring it back. You can't ask for a refund from Father Time and say, can I spend it again? Once you spend it, it's spent. So it's important for you to understand where's your time going and are you putting it, deploying it, investing it in proper places. So today I'm going to show you guys how to sell more insurance by thinking like an engineer and not a recruiter. The core framework, and I took this and I have to use notes for this. I took this, I probably 3-4 nights out of a week, I will stay up and then just run everything through AI, through the lens of unbiased. My prompt is a combination of unbiased and what would Elon Musk do. It's given me a lot of insight. I'll cross-reference it between other AI platforms. In addition to that, I cross-reference to individuals I have access to that are worth way more money than me. What do you think? What do you do? What's gotten you results? And then it's just a copy and paste life. But one thing that I like that Elon is quoted and known for is first principle equations. Best answer equals truth minus assumptions, or basically progress equals your reality minus the fake rules. So anytime you feel stuck, it's usually because you're obeying a fake rule. Number one is better thing beats more work. So you're not going to outwork the person working on a better thing than you. I was grateful, and I am grateful to be insurance, because being involved in insurance, you are selling a product that not everybody's super excited about. It's not like I was telling somebody earlier today. When you get better insurance leads and you're in a better insurance model and you have access to better products, you're going to run into people that are looking for insurance. And they not only do they medically qualify, they financially qualify, but they're interested in the product. And these are 3 components you need to have a high quality usage of your time. You know what I mean? Where the transaction does not feel draining whatsoever. It's very profitable financially and for you as a human being as well. But you will find people in the sales world, in the insurance world, spending their time working in a broken model. These are still winners, but they're more so the individuals that just accept what's given to them. They accept the culture, the identity of loyalty at all costs, don't think outside of the box. What everybody else is doing is a scam, it's a lie, and I can tell you so many stories of people that reach out to me and they don't even engage directly with my posts because they're not allowed, or they're going to lose their leads, they're going to lose their position at work, their title at work that doesn't come with any financial benefits. But it's very simple. You cannot write this down, put it into your brain, put it wherever you want to put it, that it's going to actually bring you value. You cannot outwork the person working on a better thing or working in a better model. And I think back to 7 years in the insurance space and really cool 1099s, all the trophies in the world, but not much to show for. It wasn't that I was doing bad work or not working enough. It was a matter of you maxed out the Honda. You maxed out the vehicle that you're in. And there's somebody watching this video right now where you're maxed out in the vehicle that you're utilizing right now. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you're selling door to door, if you're a top producer in a captive insurance company, or you're just, you're maxed out. And I don't know what that is for you specifically, but I can tell you, you can make this very simple. If you want to get to the moon, it's not going to be in a Honda. You're going to need to get a spaceship. And the faster and the better and the more efficiently you can get there, you're going to be able to enjoy your life more, because you're going to be able to get to that desired goal at a faster pace, and get better results, better returns, again, on your time. A lot of people aren't taking into consideration how much time are you using? What are you getting out of that time? And I'm not telling people to deceive themselves into, oh, you deserve way more than what you're worth and the value you bring the economy. The economy is never going to lie to you in regard to what you're bringing. But some of you guys are bringing Lamborghini value, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars of value to an economy that's only willing to pay you pennies. So it's not you doing bad work. You're in a bad model. It's never when I share like some victimhood of like, oh God, woe is me. No, I'm very grateful. But if I would have identified sooner, it's kind of like if I knew then what I know now, I would be 10 times further. And I think that's the biggest thing I try to get across in my message is what you're going to know 2 or 3 years from now. If you could know that now, your life, ultimately would probably be better. So it's trying to speed up. What are you going to learn in the future? What am I going to know in the future that I could bring back? What mistakes am I going to make that I'm going to wish I didn't make? And what decisions am I going to make that I wish I would have made sooner? And trying to solve for that as quickly as possible. That's how you're going to increase the quality of your life. That's how you're going to make more money and faster. You're never going to win by grinding harder. What you're going to need to do is stop asking, how do we work more? And ask, what's the better thing? Do you need a better lead source? Do you need a better offer, better products? Do you need a better training system? Typically short and practical. You'll see a lot of guys talk about, we have the best sales training and best systems in the world. Then you break down their company and they just have 3-hour meetings every day to suck you back in to the grind cult of be absolutely delusional because you're working so hard on such a garbage return on, again, quality of life and actual financial returns in comparison to, everything that you're putting in, that you start to realize, like, I'm not even thinking for myself. This all transitions into part 2. This is assets focus over just effort focus. And so when you build assets that keep working after you're done, insurance, how that translates is you need a repeatable lead engine. And I could simplify this. You just need more leads and you need better leads. If you're working in a sales model, especially the insurance community, if you're working in a sales model where you don't have more leads or better leads, you're going to continuously find yourself going in this hamster wheel of broke. I'm stuck, I'm broke, I can't figure it out. You have to advance and evolve and more so just come to terms of realizing you're gonna need to spend your energy, your time, and your money getting better leads and getting more leads. And the person that gets the consistent lead flow now generates almost this controllable asset of predictable income, predictable profit, and it's just up to you to figure out what are you gonna do with that money. Part 3 is gonna be, and I really like this, 2 clocks. You wanna have a 10-year and a 1-hour mindset. All that means is living in 2 time frames, 10 years and 1 hour. The 10-year clock is, how do I build my trust and my brand and my community? How am I building within the community that I'm building within? Well, I don't care if you're not even in insurance sales. Maybe you're in door-to-door sales, you're in sales in general, you're building a company and you're watching this. Your reputation is everything. I can share stories. Specifically, I like to eat out at nicer restaurants, and every time that I find a place that I love, yes, it's a combination of I love good food, but I love great service just as much, if not even more. And so I look at that as an individual brand or reputation somebody's building by how they treat somebody. And it costs you nothing. My transition from the captive world to the brokerage world was monumental, and there was literally zero public or really even private external recruiting efforts. People came to me because of the reputation I built. The hard worker, kind, honest, not perfect. Mistakes that I made, I owned up to them. Mistakes that I make, I still own up to them. There's no better people to work with than the guy or the girl that calls you up and says, hey, Tristan, I made a mistake. We're gonna refund you this, or we're gonna do this for you. We're gonna take responsibility and we're gonna get this done immediately. And then not only are they verbal, but they're physical. The action gets done. That's a good entrepreneur. That's that 10-year you're building, that compounding long-term energy that builds into something special. Now the 1-hour clock is looking at what are your calls? What's your activity right now? And for insurance people, it's definitely calls. It's how many dials have I made since I woke up? I see so many people, they miss out on making tons of money because they assume and they compare themselves to a guy that's 10 years in, 15 years in, or maybe not, measurement of time isn't the best. Somebody's business that's generating 7 figures, 8 figures in revenue, and they're their first 6 months into the business, and they're thinking to themselves, I don't need to dial anymore. I don't need leads anymore. I don't need to ask for referrals. I don't got to do follow-up. I don't need to do customer follow-up after I've sold somebody and making sure I'm doing my thank you cards, happy birthdays, the holiday check-ins. I don't need to do the little details anymore. I'm 6 months in. I'm 9 months in. Or again, I'm doing $10,000 a month. Or that guy that hits his $50,000 a month. Oh man, I'm Jeff Bezos now. I don't got to do it anymore. It's these individuals that start to cut corners and start to assume, well, I'm way further. It's ego. What do they say? Ego's edging God out. And we all have this. I think as human beings, I think it's also kind of like tied to your biological, mechanism of like how you survive. Is you got this confidence, but sometimes you have this overconfidence. Maybe a lot of times, some of us, especially when we're younger, where you're too overly confident and you become stubborn and stupid, and you make poor decisions. You make assumptions. You need to stop, or you can stop doing things. Sales is a very simple contact and quality sport. The more and better human beings, qualified human beings interested in your product you get a hold of. And I can tell you, the people that I know that have crushed it when it comes to sales, the people I ran with my first couple years in sales, you're not thinking about sleeping, holidays, Christmas. When you're an entrepreneur, when you're a founder, when you're the man that's got to take care of your family, and you're the one that's going to pull everybody out of American poverty, out of food stamps, out of the food bank lines. There is no, it's breakfast time, it's lunch time, dinner time, it's a break time, time for bed, time to wake up. It's just money time. 24/7, it's activity time. How do I get in front of more people? That's it. Those of you guys that are overcomplicating it, you're living check to check in sales. It should not happen. If you've got the slightest bit of intelligence, just a little bit of intelligence, and a pretty decent work ethic, you have more resources than ever. You find yourself a good product in the insurance world. It doesn't matter if you're captive or brokerage, really. You find yourself some decent company to work with, and you bring a little bit of intelligence in utilizing technology, resources, AI, and you just bring a decent work ethic, you should not make profit less than $10,000 a month. Minimum. In 2026, you should not, I think of the homeless in Miami, which there really aren't many homeless in Miami. They have to, I would imagine, just to, scavenge food and all of these different things. But I'm thinking in regard to you standing on the corner, you're asking for money, making $100, $200 a day. It's $3,000 to $6,000 a month that the homeless are making. You ever see the meme where they talk about something along the lines of, and no shade or offense to anybody that's got friends or family or people they've known that have been affected negatively by drugs. But it's, in reference to a drug addict, and it's like, you don't get outworked by that guy that's waking up and finding money to get drugs today. It really comes down. People are disconnected, and it's Instagram and social media's fault because social media makes everybody think you can sit back and just be an online coach of online coaches of online coaches and you're going to make $10 million. Maybe that works for 1 or 2 guys. The rest of the real world, people that don't want to go to jail or don't want to be known as the online coach, pusher, you're going to have to find a good product, build a good product, or find a good service, and you're going to have to sell it. You're going to have to convince people to buy it. And the better the product, the better the leads, the less convincing you're going to do, the higher quality of life you're going to have, and you're going to have a duplicatable system. That's it. There ain't no other way around it. The more you work, the luckier you're going to get. And if anybody's telling you there's shortcuts, they don't exist. All these guys, 80, 90 years old, that made billions of dollars telling you they don't exist, I promise you, they don't exist. The shortcut is really, unfortunately, again, I'm not trying to get into some motivational speech. It's doing more of the work. It's sucking it up and doing more of the work. Part 4 is outthinking beats outworking. This is my favorite line. I might make this my Instagram bio. If you're not outthinking them, you're not outworking them. What does this look like in insurance? 2 agents, they work 8 hours. One guy makes 0 sales. The other guy writes 5 applications. Why? It's not hustle, just a little bit of intelligence. Better leads, better script, faster follow-up, better product match, access to better products, access to all 50 states, removing again, this goes back to Elon Musk's first principle thinking. Removing the things that are in your way that shouldn't be in your way. That's first principle thinking. I kept reading and studying this last night. I was like, break this down to me like I'm 10 years old. What is first principle thinking? They're like, well, you know SpaceX? Yes. You know how Elon Musk is building rockets and everybody said it's too expensive. Rockets are too expensive. Well, he's like, why are they too expensive? Well, because when you put all the materials together, it's expensive. He's like, well, what about the materials individually? Questioning. Why can't we do it this way? What are the laws? What are the rules? Now, the individual materials themselves are cheaper. So if we buy the materials and then build it, it's cheaper. Voila. Now you have, from my understanding, you have your rocket ship company. We are in insurance. I was looking, I was like, what are the constraints? The constraints is quality of people, quality of leads. If you are recruiting low quality people, you're gonna have a low quality business. If you're working low quality leads, distributing those to people and telling them their life's gonna change, you're gonna have a low quality business. You know what can't be beat? You know what also is just a little bit of intelligence? Being super kind. Unreasonable Hospitality. Probably one of the best books I've ever read. But I can tell you from Unreasonable Hospitality, in 10 seconds, be super kind to people, genuinely. Know your product, overserve people. It costs you nothing. And when you find that one guy, that one girl, and you just serve them, you're kind to them. If anybody relates to me on the faith, I'm a Christian. And living that life according to that Christ-like love and kindness and genuineness. If you can bring that energy to that just one customer you didn't expect, you didn't anticipate, it could change your life forever. You don't know who you're dealing with, who's going to be the next CEO, who's a current CEO, and they just came dressed down and you didn't know who you were working with, and they have friends with, and more importantly, maybe they're a nobody and their mom's going to pass away this week, or their brother, their sister, their child, whatever, something tragic is happening and you were super kind. It's got to be worth something to you. These are the small things, the following up fast, the referrals. There's studies and statistics that show 90% of salespeople don't even ask for referrals. And I think it's like 80% of like revenue that's left on the table from people that aren't getting referrals. All the referrals out there that want to work with you and do business with you, all you got to do is ask. You know what the best referral script is? It's this. Who do you know? Who do you know? Joe, I love doing business with you. Who do you know that I would find value in working with me as well, getting this product as well? Can you please help me? That's my favorite way to close. Can you help me? People love to help. Did I do a good job for you today? Can you please help me? Who do you know? Send me some people, man, please, right? Very simple, very easy. I think the biggest thing people need to know is you have to copy what works. Don't personalize. Your ego wants to be original. Your bank account wants proven results. Part 5 of this little video here, it looks like there is no secret. People want to believe there's a secret, there isn't. Again, just get in front of as many people as possible. The guy that gets the most leads and the best leads makes the most money. It's very simple. We sell, like at the end of the day, the insurance industry works in correspondence to money is made through the product that's sold. All these guys out there telling you recruit more, recruit more, recruit more. These aren't entrepreneurs. These are glorified pyramid leaders. That's it. They're just building a legal pyramid scheme because insurance is the byproduct. The real product for them is just, let me go out and recruit as much as possible. It's cool. But we have really good products. You can get access to really good products in the brokerage world. Your first idea is not your best idea. So it might not be your first script, your first lead vendor. Might not be your the first team you build, the first recruit you start working with. Might not be it. More than likely, it's not going to be it. The people that survive, the people that win, make it to the top, they understand that. They've got this healthy relationship, maybe even unhealthy relationship, with just understanding it doesn't happen the first 99 times, but they keep showing up anyways. In 2026, the guy that's going to win, the girl that's going to win is the one that's going after the biggest problem. The one that's trying to solve the biggest problem. When you're working in the insurance space, when you're working in a sales space, and you're limited by your leads, you're limited by your states, you're limited in your leadership and your systems, you're limited. You're around small thinkers. Just be happy with making $1 million. Why? There's guys out here making 9 figures a year in the insurance industry. They're human beings too. They're not aliens. What does it cost you to think that big? Is there a dream tax? Is there a vision tax? Yeah, there is, for when you think too small. And I was telling people this morning, the only time it's weird when you think super unrealistically is when your work ethic doesn't match. Like there's guys out there that work real hard. I know a lot of hardworking specifically in the insurance space, captive agents work really hard. You know what I mean? They got like $1 billion work ethic, but they're all right. Make it $500,000, make it $1 million, make it a couple $1 million. It's great. And if they're happy, praise God, but it's weird. Then you know what your other weird scenario is? The guy that thinks really big and he's got a $10 work ethic. He don't even outwork the homeless. He don't want to get out of bed. He don't want to do nothing. He wants to stay home with mommy and daddy all day and eat muffins. Don't want to do nothing. And that's a lot of the world. Weird. But always posting on Instagram. Entrepreneur this, entrepreneur that, sharing Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, sharing all this stuff on social media. Go out and grind. It doesn't add up, but it's the guy that's got the crazy vision like Elon Musk, we're going to Mars and I'm working 24/7. It adds up. It makes sense. As we wrap up, point 7 of this video is constraint destruction. And when I'm researching this last night, constraint destruction beats habit optimization. I love this line because think of a constraint. It's just a limiting thing in your life. Destroy the limits is better than really good habits. And you'll hear guys like Hormozy talk about this. I don't eat cookies 24/7 because I just don't keep cookies in the house. Or it's easy for me to get up because I keep this crazy alarm clock and I have my bed set this way and then I have my office set up this way so there's no distractions. He's destroying the limits, which just look like really good habits. A lot of us can relate to that. Successful entrepreneurs, you guys think like, oh, wow, they're just so disciplined. Yeah, I think a lot of us are just actually super lazy. We just found a way to remove all of the temptations. Like I would love to play video games. I haven't had a video game system in 5-6 years. In fact, for the first time I touched a controller in the last 5, 6, maybe even 7 years was at my brother-in-law's and my sister's. He's like, yo, you want to play UFC? I'm like, yo, what buttons do I hit? It's been forever. If it was here, I would be on it all day. You know what I mean? So it's removing these things from your environment, destroying your limits. What is that in insurance? What are your constraints? A lot of you guys are still running leads that don't even want insurance. Why? You don't believe there's better leads out there? A lot of you are accepting the system and the situation you're in, right? You don't believe there's better? You can have better if you're willing to go fight for it. And it just starts with asking questions. And the issue is you're working in companies that punish you for asking questions. If you work with people that punish you for asking questions, run. 2026, you better ask more questions than ever. You know what cost me the most money in my 20s so far? Is not asking more questions. I was asking questions, but I was asking questions the cult told me to ask. Question everything. Those are the best mentors. Those are the best people to be around. The people that encourage you to question everything. Question me. Question the system. Why is it done this way? Question everything until you break it down to the uncontrollables. And then you build around that. Part 8, the industry red flags to avoid. If your business needs motivation, it's lying somewhere. If your business needs motivation, it's lying somewhere. There's a lie. There's a hole somewhere. Why are you getting so hyped up? Why are you getting so motivated? Oh, we're excited. Go play sports, dog. This is business. Show me the spreadsheet. Show me the proof of the product, proof of the service. And listen, it's one thing to be passionate. I'm passionate, super passionate. Love it. I love the game. I love the hustle. But you start to realize as you get older, it's not like if we need an excessive amount of motivation, we're in the circus. Do you want to be in the circus or do you want to be in business? The 3-hour hype meetings to sell bad leads, complicated comp nobody can explain in 60 seconds, pressure tactics because product clarity is weak, growth plan, just recruit more people. That's how you grow. Once you have this many bodies, then you're going to be doing this. Why can't we have better bodies and just be making way more money per person? Why a bunch of sheep? Why not a bunch of lions? Well, it's not possible. Why? Why is it not possible? Are you in the wrong vehicle? If it needs pressure, it's broken. The biggest thing I wanted to get to you guys, I don't know how long this took, 25 minutes it felt like, but the biggest thing I wanted to get to you guys is you don't need to keep adding people. You need to start increasing your quality per person. Get people good leads at a fair cost. Help them figure out their own leads. Help them figure out how to sell more. Did you ever think about that? Why is it not possible? People have sold millions and millions and millions of dollars of whatever it is you're selling. I promise you, somebody went out there and has sold us way more individually. There's people out there that are interested in your product, especially if you're in insurance in the United States of America. There's 300 million Americans. Somebody wants your product. My name's Tristan Dlabik. I'm not looking to sell you guys anything unless you want life insurance or annuities, or maybe you're in the captive insurance space and you've got a big sales team and you want more freedom, you want ownership over your leads, your team, your renewals. You can reach out to me and we can set up a potential partnership call.